Welcome to Corporate Crack. Today we will be discussing Infosys Test Automation interview questions. Java. 1. What is constructor? 2. Explain method overloading and overriding. 3. What is the difference between equals and is equals to? Write a Java program to find a common word and its count. 5. What is abstract class and interface? API. 1. Different status code. 2. How do you replicate the timeout error in Postman? 3. What are the essential details in API contract? 4. What is mock AP? General. 1. What are the agile ceremonies? 2. What is sprint backlog? 3. Name one high severity and low priority defect. 4. What is your current responsibility in your project and explain the current defect you're working on? Java questions. 1. What is a constructor? Answer. A constructor in Java is a special method used to initialize objects. It is called when an object of a class is created. Constructors have the same name as the class and do not have a return type. Code 2. Explain method, overloading and overriding. Answer. Method overloading. Defining multiple methods in a class with the same name but different parameter lists, type, number, or order. This is an example of compile time, static, polymorphism. Code method overriding, redefining a method in a subclass that already exists in the parent class with the same signature. This is an example of runtime, dynamic, polymorphism. Code 3. What is the difference between equals and dot equals? Answer. Equals checks if two references point to the same memory location. Reference comparison. Equals checks the content of the objects. Logical comparison if it is overridden in the class. 4. Write a Java program to find a common word and its count. Code. 5. What is an abstract class and interface? Answer. Abstract class. A class that cannot be instantiated. It can have abstract methods, without a body, and concrete methods. It is used to represent is-a relationships. Code interface. A blueprint for a class that defines methods but does not implement them. A class implementing the interface must provide method implementations. Code API questions. 1. Different status codes. Answer. 200 OK. Request successful. 201 created. Resource successfully created. 400 bad request. Invalid request from the client. 401 unauthorized. Authentication needed or failed. 404 not found. Resource not found. 500 internal server error. Server encountered an error. 2. How do you replicate the timeout error in Postman? Answer. Simulate a delay by using a server endpoint that intentionally takes a long time to respond, or set an extremely low timeout in Postman settings under General Settings. 3. Essential details in API contract. Answer. Endpoints, URL paths for the API. Methods, HTTP methods like GET, POST, PUT, DELETE. Request body and headers, expected input structure. Response format, JSON or XML, including data structure and error codes. Authentication, mechanisms like tokens or OAuth. Rate limits, maximum number of requests per unit time. 4. What is mock API? Answer. A mock API is a simulated server that mimics the behavior of an actual API. It is used for testing and development without depending on the real backend. General questions. 1. What are agile ceremonies? Answer. Sprint planning. Discussing and planning tasks for the upcoming sprint. Daily stand-up. Short daily meetings to track progress and blockers. Sprint review. Demonstrating completed work to stakeholders. Sprint retrospective. Reflecting on the sprint for improvements. 2. What is a sprint backlog? Answer. A list of tasks or items selected from the product backlog for a sprint. It serves as a plan for the development team. 3. Name one high severity and low priority defect. answer. For example, a login page crashes for admin users only. It's high severity because it blocks access, but low priority because only admin users are affected and there are few admins. 4. What is your current responsibility in your project? And explain the current defect you're working on. Answer: responsibility. In my current project, I am responsible for implementing new features, debugging issues, and ensuring smooth deployment. I collaborate with team members in agile ceremonies and actively participate in code reviews to maintain code quality. Current defect. Recently, I worked on a defect where a user couldn't complete the payment process due to an API timeout. Upon investigation, I found that the issue occurred because the payment gateway was not handling a specific edge case of expired session tokens. I implemented a fix to validate the session before making the API call, updated the token refresh mechanism, and thoroughly tested it in staging to ensure reliability. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more.